And we are live. We are back with the final DreamHack Open qualifier for Winter 2021. I'm, of course, your host, Light_VIP. And with me is no one currently. I will later on be joined by Cristiano, as you can see on the screen right there, right now. But before we get too ahead of ourselves, never mind. Oh boy, oh boy. If you're wondering where my cam is, as it looks like we're going to be remaking. Looks like maybe the wrong server was selected. As I just adjust some sound settings here. It seemed to be a little bit awry. There we go. But yeah, unfortunately, there's something wrong with our cams, so there will not be any cams today. Unfortunately, feels bad, man. But hopefully this will be resolved for Oceania. Meanwhile, shout out to Icecar, sorry. So, exclamation mark B in the chat if you want to have a look at the bracket. I need to get back into this, right? I'm a little bit distracted by what's been going on. But this is the final open qualifier for all of DreamHack this season, and the bracket is pretty goddamn stacked. There were a couple of people that we were missing in Open Qualifier number 1, and they've shown up here in Open Qualifier number 2. Oh my god, and the seeding is insane! The seeding is insane! Everyone's hitting each other in round 2, or earlier. First up, we have, of course, Sinner versus Loki into the Zerglord in the round of 16. We also have, oh my god, what the other big one is Zions versus Chaos Fate in round 32. The best Protoss is going up against the best Terran in Peru, obviously. In the first round, that's insane. And you could make a very strong argument that I should be casting that series. I believe Otis is casting that. So I completely understand, but another match that's happening in the first round is right here, and I need to be here. I need to be here for our boy, because spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres LE, we have the CranKy Duckling himself, representing, or hailing from the land of Peru. It is NeO. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of 2000 Atmospheres, we have someone who was having some keyboard issues earlier. We have the Peruvian Zerg player, a very old school player. He was here from the beginning in Wings of Liberty. It is, of course, the Peruvian Zerg, Blord. Very old school player, very strong player as well. I'm so shocked that there are just so many good matches off the bat. It's insane. There's a lot to try and catch, so we'll do our best, right? Like, we need to follow NeO, of course. We should be following Sinner, the Zerglord, Cristiano, Chaos Fate, Zions, as well as we are getting another little bit of a pause here. But yeah, hopefully everything should be okay. There are just so many good matches. Again, have a look at the bracket yourself. Because there's just so much going on. Yeah, I'm shook. And it's a little bit sad that at the moment I am alone for the beginning, of of this. Oh. There we go. Beautiful. For the beginning of this, but I will be joined later on. Currently, Cristiano is actually competing in the event itself, and once he is knocked out, or if he qualifies, wherever his run ends, he will join me afterwards. I may as well join the Discord channel. There we go. Whew. Oh boy. So, we'll see where this takes us. Again, obviously, God, NeO has been practicing so hard recently, and there is something that is stopping him from advancing further. It happened in qualifier number 1. Currently, NeO is really struggling in TvP. He is struggling hard in that matchup. But now, no excuses. You're up against a Zerg player. To be fair, a very strong Zerg player, but now NeO, he can show off what he is really capable of, or at least I hope so. And we were unable to cast NeO in qualifier number 1, so I did want to give him that chance here in number 2. I wanted to be able to feature him as best as I can, and we'll see how he goes here. And we'll see if Blord is aware of who NeO is. They're both Peruvian, but they are both from different eras. NeO really popped off and really came into form this year in 2021. Meanwhile, Blord came into form back in 2010. Blord has been around for many years. It's impressive that he's still competing. He's not the most consistent player. Every now and then, though, he shows up. And oh my, no, NeO, please. Bit of a miss rally there. I was like, is he lifting up the CC for like high ground vision or something? Oh god, just some chaos ensuing here in the bases. Speaking of chaos, Blord is not going for a 3rd base mate. He is going for 2 base lair, and NeO skipped his Reaper. He did go for an SCV scout, and he saw that the natural base was taken at a normal time, you know, hash gas full, standard opener. But he is unaware of the follow-up because of that lack of Reaper. Oh, So this is going to be deadly. All 4 gases are being taken. This is looking like 2 base muta. Meanwhile, shout out to Calibre GG in the chat. Thank you so much for the 100 bits. Gracias, papi, gracias. I appreciate it. Oh, as he is apparently a Juggernaut supporter. Yes, the Juggernauts are not competing at the moment, but they will be competing later on in the DreamHack Oceania qualifiers this afternoon. Specifically, Ender. Ender will be competing there. Miyamika will be competing tomorrow in the DreamHack closed qualifier. A very new team. Meanwhile, there we go. Spire is thrown down. We do have a couple of links slipping in, but they're not going to find too much damage here for NeO, as NeO is going for a bit of, a lot of aggression. Hellions are pushing out. We do have a drop coming out across the map as well. A very dedicated opener. Armory is about to finish up as well, so a Hellbat push, and this is beautiful. Why is this beautiful? Because Blord is being so greedy. He went 2 base muta. He doesn't have an army. He's got 4 queens and a spine. To be fair, this can be a very strong defense. He does have enough energy for a transfuse, but is it going to be enough? As we do see NeO trying to break on through. Now, finally, NeO has seen that there is a lair. Nice micro pack with that medevac. Yes, be so careful. The medevac is going to get picked off, and it does go down. No more healing here for the Hellbats or the Marines, but the army is getting into the base. And again, there are a couple of Lings on the way, but Lings are not what you need against this. You need Banelings, you need Roaches, you need an army, and an army is not what Blord has. As the Hellbats push on forward, all the queens are going down. There's only 2 queens remaining. They barely have any health. The spine falls. The Spire finishes, but mate, it also is what killed Blord, because NeO is popping up and there is nothing to stop him. He's doing it! Oh, every single queen goes down, floats up to the surface, and that is exactly where Blord is going as well, because 5 mutas are on the way. But you know what's going to deal with the mutas? The BC, because we had a BC follow-up from here. This was not designed to kill the opponent. To cripple, yes, but again, NeO was in the dark. He just blindly went for this. He had no idea that his opponent didn't have a 3rd hatchery and was going 2 bases like this. Meanwhile, we've got a Liberator here in the main base wreaking havoc. The Natural's about to go down. The Spire is under threat. There is nothing left. There's 5 mutants. Oh, the micro. After all is said and done, 8 drones went down. To be fair, the majority of the drones survived here in the main base. I mean, honestly, very well done there by Blord, keeping them alive. But the Marines were able to deal devastating damage, killing all the queens. They weren't able to kill the hatchery, though. So Blord is, he's not dead. He's kind of dead. He's like half dead, you know? Oh god, the mutas are going across the map. We had to defend. We do have a couple of missile turrets. We do have some Widowmine spot. The BC! Yo, not gonna lie, I kind of wanted the BC to kind of skirt back and bait the mutas into that Widowmine. We do see one muta did go down, but The micro is good enough. Mutas are pushed away, and just like that, NeO doesn't sustain any losses from the first wave of mutas. But we see more on the way. Blord is committed, and it makes sense. He doesn't have a Baneling Nest, he doesn't have a Roach Warren, he doesn't have anything else. He's got to go for it, mate. Donde puedo funar a light? Yo, Funada Dastan in the chat. Yo, I didn't see you in the bracket. Mate, where are you? You could have been there. You could have been a part of this. Shaking my head. Oh god, as we see a full wall off for Blord. I guess he's gotta do something, right? The Hellions cannot push in because of this wall off, and yo, all the Hellions get picked off. Again, a very nice response here by Blord. A great way to survive and make sure that the Hellions weren't able to really push in and do any damage whatsoever. The interesting part is the follow-up here. We see NeO doing something that he has dabbled in, especially in TVP. He's going Cyclone Widowmine. He's getting Drilling Claws and Magfield Accelerators. It's crazy. Oh my god. So yeah, it's a little bit of everything. We have continued BC production as well. NeO, he's taking his third base at a very nice time. Mutas are trying to find whatever damage they can, but we got Widowmines, we got Cyclones, we have BCs. These mutas are not gonna find any damage here whatsoever. I'm just waiting for the move out, right? Like NeO, he can't really quite do anything yet. He does have a lot of Widowmines, but he has to wait for Drilling Claws. This BC has to be careful as it moves out across the map. There are still plenty of mutas here, and it will get surrounded. We do have a Yamato, but we should have, there we go, a teleport all the way back home. Oh. What time is the Taiwan-Hong Kong close? Gogojoy, Beastalk, my face off. It is true. They may Calibre. Yes, Taiwan-Hong Kong close is this afternoon. So this afternoon is DreamHack Oceania open into Taiwan-Hong Kong closed. So we are gonna have a very packed day of StarCraft today. Here on the CranKy Ducklings, we are gonna be casting 3 broadcasts in total, and then tomorrow another 3. A lot of StarCraft. A lot of StarCraft going to be going on. As tomorrow will be North America, as well as, oh god, what's the other one? North America, Oceania closed, and China closed. So 3 broadcasts today and 3 broadcasts tomorrow. 6 in total. Going to be a very packed day. Meanwhile, mutas, they're dipping into the main base. We're going to try to find a way in. There are a lot of defenses here, but there are also a lot of mutas. Oh, and the mutas, they pick off a missile turret. Can they pick off another? And they will. The repairs are not fast enough. The Cyclones are trying to respond, and they will get a couple of pickups here and there, but SCVs are falling in the armories. Yo, the first armory goes down as well, but this is going to cost a lot of mutas. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Jesus, as 10 mutas have fallen. Oh, another Widowmine shot as the mutas try to retreat. But the thing is that I feel like this is going to force a response from NeO. The scary part though is that Blord was able to expand. He got another base up and running. NeO didn't do anything to stop him there. He's got a 4th base. I'm really impressed with NeO's macro. I'm gonna be real here. But oh, the Widowmines are lagging behind a little bit. Like NeO's gonna make something happen now, and a lot of his supply is still coming across the map. Oh boy, here we go. The sounds like I'm still not at home. Ay, the sun, please, por favor. Dios mío. Oh god, alright, here we go. NeO is pushing in. We do have a couple of swarm hosts coming out though. These Hellions could be morphed into Hellbats to try and deal with them, but it's a little bit too late. The Locust Wave does come in, but comes in just in time to be taken out by these Widowmines. Now the BCs push on forward. Where are the mutas? The mutas are across the map. Oh, and the repairs are on point so far on this missile turret. The missile turret does not go down, and the mutas do. Meanwhile, across the map, BCs are uncontested. Nothing else shoots up. We need the mutas here, and they're not here in time. Meanwhile, the mutas did eventually overwhelm and overpower that missile turret and take out every single SCV, but costs a lot of mutas to pull that off. Too many mutas. Meanwhile, NeO, again, he's a little bit preoccupied, but the rest of the army should be advancing forward at any moment now. Enough time has passed with Blord. He's going to be able to get another wave of locusts to come out. The rest of the mutas are showing up. 3 BCs are okay, but again, these mutas should be able to force another teleport. We need the Widowmine Spuppy. Get him out there. Oh god, as the queen falls, finally gonna force a reaction here. Yo, the cyclones are actually coming. Oh, they're rotating around. Oh my god. Regardless, GG gets called. And NeO takes the first game. Oh my god. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit worried that Blord was gonna make a comeback. Like there's a world out there where a comeback happens. Oh god. But yes, GG, well played. Congratulations, NeO, for taking game number 1. But we'll see if he can close out the entire series. Meanwhile, shout out to everyone else who's tuning in here. Saberlight, I see a lot of the Latin Americans tuning in. Zergling Claws Attack. Yes, 16 squads in Seki is very cool. Very cool indeed. Hello, ARJ Skater. Rise and shine light. Yes, it is 7:24 a.m. here in the land of Australia. Very early morning for the Latin American broadcast. But man, I gotta be here. I gotta be here for my boys. For mi gente, you know? The people. Because, yo, if I'm not here casting, then who is? I'm just quickly checking, and there are 0 other English casters for Latino America. Funada Rotterdam, Funada Chicken Man, Steadfast, all these people. They're always here for North America, which is cool, but, like, Latin America is arguably more exciting. Like, like, yo, where's the love, man? Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Never lucky. Alright, here we go. Game number 2 between this Terran and this Zerg. We'll see. Are we going to end up in the ace match, or is this going to be the final game of the series? As spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Peruvian Terran. He is red, representing the CranKy Ducklings with that majestic duck. It is NeO. La Tortuga himself. And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the other Peruvian player. He is the Pink Zerg. Very old school, was here before anyone else back in 2010. It is Blord. One of the best in his own time. I remember Blord, Cats, Major back in the day, competing in Copa America. God, those were the days. And to be fair, even last year, Blord was a little bit more active. I recall that he was, I think, in all of the qualifiers for DreamHack. Again, I don't think he, like, dedicates anywhere near as much time practicing to compete. Fun fact, in the lobby chats for this tournament, Blord was even saying like, yo, what's this map pool? Like, he hasn't been anywhere near as active. But he's still like a player with a legacy behind him. He's got so much experience competing at the highest level of play. And that definitely does hold some water. Speaking of holding water, we have a very interesting opener here from Blord. He actually went hatch pool gas, delayed his gas a little bit, which is honestly a little bit odd, to be honest. Because he didn't prioritize that, I don't necessarily know if he's going to go roaches. We'll see though. Like, he was being very cheeky going 2-base muta in game 1. Part of me feels like he may not know who NeO is, and he tried to be a little bit cheeky, tried to sneak out a fast win, but mate, gotta respect the NeO, you know? He knows Kung Fu. Knows Kung Fu. God. Meanwhile, I see Zergling Claw's attack is funadaing me for the duck face. The duck face is intentional. It's very intentional. I remember back a couple of years ago, we had a mandate for all the CranKy Ducklings. Take a selfie with a duck face. And Kura couldn't do it. She couldn't do it. AKA 16 towards the Seki. She just physically couldn't make a duck face. She didn't know how. Her face couldn't contort in such a way. Oh my god, wow. Alright. So we do see the drones transferring. I was a little bit shocked there. Immediately we have link speed on the way here for Blord. But just continued drone production. He pulled out of gas completely. There we go. Now pulling back in. And we'll see where NeO goes from here. For those wondering who NeO is, and I know we haven't casted him as much in the past couple of months, but he isn't just a Duckling, he is also a very good, a very strong Terran player. I say Terran, oh my god. So, NeO plays mech. TvT, TvZ, even against Protoss, he plays mech as often as possible. It is all he does. There's a reason behind that. It's not because he's necessarily slow, it is because he actually plays on a laptop with integrated graphics. He does not have his own graphics card, and because of that, he plays on like 20 FPS, I want to say, and during major engagements it goes down to 15 or 10. He does struggle a little bit, unfortunately. He doesn't play with the best conditions, but because of his latency, he does typically play with a slower mech style, more positional based, right? To kind of make up for some of his hindrances. But here, we see him going for stim. I'm shocked. Because he's going for stim, I don't expect him to try and split against Ling Bane or anything like that. I expect a dedicated 2-1-1 push, like almost an all-in. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls some poise as well. Meanwhile, Blord is doing it again, by the way. 2 base, Spire, 4 gases. We should be seeing some mutas. Mutas. NeO, not Shaggy. Exactly. Meanwhile, as the lair finishes, we have the Spire and the Baneliness on the way. Interesting decision that Blord is switching things up here and going for a Baneliness. He did scout his opponents, and ooh, he sees +1 researching. He knows that it's not going to be a Hellion Hellbat attack again. He knows it is going to be a more biocentric push. So he's trying to prepare with that Baneliness. And it could work, but the problem is that the push is coming now. Marines are across the map. We do have some Hellions to join the fray. Armory will finish up in a moment, so those Hellions can morph into Hellbats to help buffer for these Marines and soak up those Banelings. And here we go. Stim is completed. Combat Shields and +1 will finish up for the follow-up for Stage 2. But here in Stage 1, the Marines are already going into the mineral line. Blord, we need to see you pull the boys. Oh, he does pull them, but a little bit too late. The Banelings are morphing in. They're rolling. Oh god, they're coming in. The armory's not done. Oh my god, how good are the splits going to be? They're okay, but not good enough. The push is completely shut down. I say shut down. NeO did get 9 workers, and he was able to scout the Spire. Ooh. With that, Blord does not have the minerals to produce those mutas. He has the gas, but he needs more minerals at the moment as they were all forced off the line. Ling Bane is now across the map. What do we have to defend? Ooh, not much to be honest. Yo, the Banelings are coming in. Blord wants to bust. What do we have to defend? We have a couple of Marines and that is it. The Banelings are going to be enough to break on through. Oh my god, there's another wave of Banelings are on the way. NeO, please. We need production. What's happening? He's making add-ons. Oh god. Is it going to be enough? A Widowmine is on the way, but it's not done yet. Oh, that's a lot of Banelings. Blord, you don't need this many. He could have gone already. Jesus Christ, he gave NeO so much time. +1 is done. Bunkers are on the way. The second wall is on the way. Blord had a massive opportunity and he just didn't go for it. Now he's pushing in. Oh my god, he actually kills the MG Bay. But was that really worth it? He killed the wall. But that was a lot of Banelings. What's that? That was like 20 Banelings. Jesus Christ. So, questionable moves by Blord. That was a lot of gas sunk into that. And as a result, how many mutas does this man have? He has 6. 6 mutas. Could have been a little bit more. Could have been more. How much can these mutas do? Because the Spire was scattered, we already have turrets thrown down all over the place. We have Widowmines on the way. NeO already has +1. Combat combat shim? Combat shields and stim and shields. Shim, there you go. But yeah, I'm really worried when it comes to the follow-up push. Do we have Baneling speed? We do, to be fair. We do have Baneling speed, thankfully. How many Banelings do we have? The mutas do scout the army coming across the map. Mate, we need some more Banes. We just need more. 2 Banes is not enough. 3 is not enough. There we go. As Orderlings are being morphed into those Banelings. This 4th base is not long for this world. It is going to be forced to be cancelled. Hopefully not killed. As the Marines do press on forward. There we go. Forced to cancel. Mutas have to be careful. We do have these 3 Widow Mines, 4 Widow Mines even, covering the path, covering the retreat. But NeO is giving his opponent a lot of time here. Gonna slowly clear up all this creep. Oh, Blord is getting ready for a surround, and NeO has to be so careful with how deep he goes. And he backs off. Takes a 3rd, gets another missile turret, waiting for +2. And this is a NeO I've never seen before. I'm so happy. Oh god, I'm so happy right now. Like I've never seen NeO play by it. Maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe he's gonna die horribly because of that, but we'll see. I have hope. I have a lot of hope. Oh god. As the mutas are sharking around the map, looking for an opportunity to maybe pick off a medevac, maybe a stray Widow Mine. NeO, again, not really feeling it at the moment, and I agree, like, I feel like his army is missing a couple of things here. Other than, of course, his upgrades, which are on the way, a little bit mistimed. 2-2 will eventually kick in. Speaking of upgrades, we have 0 Evo chambers for Blord. He is going into a later game with a 4th base without any upgrades. It's just Ling Bane Muta 0-0. Like, Blord, please, like, I know it's been a while since you competed seriously, but even back in Wings of Liberty, upgrades were a thing. Oh my god! The splits were not there in time. What are my shots gonna go off though? And are they going to be enough? Oh my god, still those splits. We did have a spread though, and is the spread going to be enough? It is not. The majority of the Marines go down. We do have a couple Widow Mines left over, but everything will be cleaned up. Ay, NeO. Again, the pre-spread was looking good, but we needed some more to that, and NeO just didn't have it. He's forced all the way back home. He's on top of his upgrades. +3 is already on the way. Oh god, but yeah, upgrades cannot carry you through this. Maybe they can. If we get to the point where we have 3-3 versus 0-0, it's very possible. Let's be real here. As the Muta Cloud, the Flock is trying to find some more damage. Oh my god, he dives on top of the medevacs, but he doesn't quite get it in time. Oh, and now with the deaths of that missile turret, like, the mutas, they just wreak havoc here in the main base, like, delaying all the production. They do run into some Marines. Oh my god, Widow Mine's not borrowed in the most ideal place, though. Jesus. And in the end, with the delay of all this production, we have 7 dead SCVs. Oh my god, no! The main mirror line is under threat as well, and 7 more go down. Oh god. I'm sure NeO's like, man, if I had some Thors right now, if I was playing mech, I would be fine. And he's not wrong. He's not wrong. As eventually these mutas will be dealt with, but by the time these mutas dealt with, mate, we got Ling Bane, never mind. I was like, mate, it's fine, we got Ling Bane. No, Blord is just making mass muta. So I guess it's all coming together. Like, why would Blord waste gas on double Evo chambers and double upgrades when he wants to make nothing but air attack? And when he wants to make nothing but mutas. So I guess this is Blord's style right now. Is this gonna work? I have my doubts. But at the same time, like, this can overwhelm and overpower, but because he can't fight this head on though, that's the thing. Oh god. Oh god. Marines, please! We go, the Marines, they do try to respond. We don't have any Widow Mines here in the path, though. There are more Marines waiting in the natural. Oh, the mutas are getting boxed in. Mutas, you don't want to fight this. Oh my god. What are my shots? Jesus Christ. Blord, please. Make some goddamn Ling Bane. Get a hive. Oh. He's still getting some value here, to be fair, but it's very costly, incredibly costly. This man has already lost 15 mutas. Again, still no Infestation Pit. He does have Lingbane on the ground, to be fair. Not a lot, but he has some. There we go. Blord listening to the stream. There is that 2-minute delay. We do have 1-1 double Evo Chambers thrown down. So eventually Blord can catch up. But what I'm concerned about is, again, +1 attack is already done. +1 armor is on the way. Like, we will 100% be in a situation where we have 3-3 versus 0-0. And I will be disgusted if Blord can really fight that. It's possible. It's very possible. Oh my god, 3-3 is gonna be denied! NG Bay goes down. NeO does not turn around. He is committed. How much Lingbane do we have at home? A lot. NeO needs to split. We saw some okay splits earlier, but we need something better here. Otherwise, NeO will die. Here we go. In comes Lingbane. Split, puppy, split! Split, puppy, split! Oh god! We didn't see too much splitting there, but we still have plenty of Marines left over. He's going to be able to deny some of these Bailings. Meanwhile, the mutas, again, he's killing everything across the map. NeO is all in. Oh my god, no! Oh god. Blord is just pulling him apart at this point. And there we go, with the death of the natural and the third base, Blord, he's coming back home with all his mutas, and I feel like we may be in a scenario where Blord can just straight up just fight with mutas, and that's it, and that's all he needs. Oh boy, here we go. He's diving in. He doesn't have detection. We only have 2 Widow Mines though, and the shots are gonna go off. Oh, not the shots that he needs. Bailings are gonna roll in, and it looks like with this, Blord will clean this up. GG gets called, and Blord ties up the series 1-1. Oh. GG. We are going to that ace match. Oh boy. NeO just messaged me that he missed the armory timing. Yeah, we saw. If you recall, that first push that started everything with the Hellions and with the Marines would have been so much better if he had Hellbats. But as we saw, the armory was, I think, like 15-20 seconds late. So because of that timing, it just didn't really work out for him. Ay. Oh, but here we go. Ace match. What does NeO have in store for us here? And what does Blord have? Because so far, Blord has just gone mutas 2 games in a row. Meanwhile, we did just get an update. Feels bad, man. The run of Loki has ended. Sinner did take him down 2-0, and now Sinner is up against the Zerglord. A very intense series there. The Zerglord versus Sinner, 2 players who 100% deserve to qualify for the closed qualifiers, but they're first to fight and kill each other. Feels bad, man. Meanwhile, Chaos Fate versus Zions is still going on as well. Again, another match where both players are also deserving to make it to the closed qualifiers. Ay. But there can be only 2. Only 2 players make it through to the closed qualifier today. And we'll find out which one of these players can move on to the round of 16. Spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Oxide LE, we have the Peruvian Terran representing the CranKy Ducklings. It is NeO. And spawning in the top right, we have our Peruvian Zerg player. He is pink, representing himself. It is Blord. Blord, I think one of the oldest pro gamers out there. I want to say he's 33. I'll double check. Hold on. Blord. I'm fairly certain he's in his 30s. Oh, no, never mind. He's younger than I thought. 27. Yo, he must have been so young competing back in the day. Let's see. 2010. Jesus Christ. Incredibly young. I guess it makes sense. I guess it lines up. It lines up. But, yeah, Blord, here he is once again going for a hatch pool gas opening. And based off of what we've seen, I think we know what's coming. I think we know it is going to be 2-base Muta again. Now, NeO, he had a really great response in Game 1 and Game 2. He messed up himself, right, with that late armory. So because of that, he did shoot himself in the foot. And the game had to go on longer. But I feel like NeO is well aware of how Blord plays, and he's coming prepared, right? Two very different kinds of dedicated Hellbat pushes in the first 2 games, and honestly, it would have worked in Game 2 if he had hit his timing. So now, I have to wonder, are we going to see it again? Are we going to see another Hellbat timing? We shall see. As once again, I don't know if I like this, to be honest. It feels wrong to me. Every single game so far, NeO, he has gone for a Marine. Like, he just skips the Reaper, which, like, there is value to be had there, but you give up so much scouting information. Oh no, never mind. Yo, wait, is this the first time we see a Reaper? Yo, here we go. I love it. Okay, okay. So I was a little bit concerned because, again, for NeO to open up the same way, I would think that Blord would be a good enough player to, like, respond and adapt to that. And we could even see, like, a Roachel in or something like that, right? That's what I was afraid of. Oh my god, as the creep tumor goes down. So, like, for NeO to skip the Reaper in Game 1 and Game 2, like, it felt so risky. Here in the Ace match, I love that he's playing a lot more safer. Going for that Reaper, going for the Scout. Not just the Scout, he also, again, delays some of that creep. It does matter, especially early on. So with this, what does he confirm? He confirms the gases. He confirms there is no fast lair here for Blord. Not yet, anyway. And he can feel safe. Meanwhile, here we go. Lair finally on the way. We should be seeing all the gas. There we go. Yeah, all the gas is being taken. We've seen this time and time again here from Blord. Gonna be going for that Spire. What do we have from the side of NeO? He did open up with a 1-1-1. He is going for a Liberator. Didn't go for the add-on switch here to go into a Banshee. Interesting. Liberator can find some damage. The problem is that because of Blord's opener, he does have a decent amount of queens, so the likelihood of this Liberator dealing too much isn't too high. Obviously, we're going to be seeing some Hellions join in, and like we're going to have like the Liberator going to the main and the Hellions hit the natural. Maybe he can find a way in, maybe. It's possible. As a couple of Lings do get cleaned up, we do have more Lings on the way for Blord. There we go, we have the full wall, the Queens lock it up as well. So the Hellions will not find a way through this natural base unless the Liberators pull away the attention of the Queens and open things up. And that is what NeO is going to be hoping for here as the Liberators going across the map. Armory this time is on time, so it is on the way here. Angie Bay being thrown down, interesting. I mean, he probably knows that it's going to be muted, so makes sense, makes sense. And now in come the Hellions. But he sees the wall. Can't commit, can't break in. Not yet, anyway, as the Liberator is going to be sneaking into the main. Spore finishes up. Not quite in position. Oh, as he breaks in. Yo, the Reaper grenade knocks the Queens out of position. The Hellions get into a middle line, but there are Lings to meet them, and all the Hellions get cleaned up. Oh, feels bad, man. There was no opportunity for those Hellbats to come into play, and only 5 drones go down. This is acceptable damage. We saw Blord take so much more in the previous games, and now Blord, he can get into that Spire, he can make some mutants. Look at that gas! He's got 1k gas! It's crazy. Jesus. And now I have to wonder, how does this style of Blord work against NeO when he's in his comfort zone? What I mean by that is that we have mech, we have factories on the way. For the first time, for the very first time this entire series, we see NeO going for like a more committed mech style here. Obviously, in game 1, he'd go Cyclones, I guess. He went for like a battle mech. But at the same time, NeO also did kind of just win in the first push. It was a very different game. Very different game. Oh my god, he's getting NeO Steel. Jesus Christ. God damn, NeO. I was like, what? I saw 2 armor upgrades. He's getting NeO Steel frames. Jesus. For those wondering, that's building armor. I guess it makes sense because it will affect missile turrets, if I'm not wrong. Right? Yeah. Yeah, sure. The math checks out. It's an old upgrade, but it does check out. Meanwhile, oh no, missile turret at the natural! Oh my god, I mean it is here, but over on the right, not in the center. Jesus Christ, these mutants, they're getting out of control. 10 SC vehicles already? Oh no, NeO, please. Being punished for his greed there. Forced to rotate around to his 3rd base. Just waiting for that Thor to pop out. Finally it does. And with this Thor, the mutants are going to be pushed away, but, god, 15 SCVs, that's an entire mineral line. And he just keeps on going. NeO, his economy is quite crippled here, like, he's going to be forced to do NeO things. What do I mean by that? To turtle up hard to get back into this. Very interesting that it looks like he wants to go into Thor drops, as we do have a second medevac on the way. I mean, sure, if you have the micro for it, Thor drops can be annoying, and you can do a lot with them. I guess the real goal here is with these Thors and these medevacs, you can chase down these mutas and be there for the defense. Oh! So what do my shot goes off? Speaking of, there we go. We see the pickup, we see the boost, and now the Thors are coming in here to try and shut down these mutas. Ooh, they get a couple shots off, but don't get a kill. And the game will slow down. We're getting drilling claws, we're getting more Thors. Meanwhile, what I do appreciate from Blord is that he isn't being anywhere near as stubborn as he was in the previous games. We did see him previously go like mass muta for a while, but now he's going into roaches instead. Again, Blord really responding well here compared to previously. I mean, to be fair, he did win the game that he went mass muta, so I mean, there's that, I guess, but this feels a little bit more solid. A better response, if you will. As we're going to be seeing all these roaches come out, we have the infestation pit for potential infestors, not just for fungals, but for neural parasite as well. Which is a great way to deal with Thors. Oh god, the control, the micro. Thors come in, and again, they'll be able to push us away, but 2 volleys is all they get, and that is not enough. Has 6 SCVs go down, and the biggest problem, and like one of the milestones of this game is going to be NeO and whether or not he can get another base. He needs a 4th, desperately. Oh god. Ooh, juicy connections there. What's that, 4 mutas just went down? Damn. But again, we need a 4th. We need a 4th, we need an eventual 5th. Like, upgrades are pretty solid so far, but, Blord, he's pushing out across the map. He has the army advantage, and NeO is spread thin because he wants to defend against the mutas. Okay, there we go. Now he's responding with his entire army. Is it going to be enough in time, though, because the roaches, they're getting on top of the Thors. Oh my god, and NeO knows that. He backs off with his Thors. He needs to keep them alive desperately. But it looks like one of those Thors is going to go down. The others are exposed as well. Good medevac control so far, keeping them alive. Medevac Thor, I never thought I'd see the day. But the mutas do get into the 3rd base. They clean up that mineral line. They're gonna get a kill on the 3rd as well. Oh, NeO, he's gonna try and stop that, but his Thors are so low. And they all go down. GG gets called, and Blord takes the series 2-1. GG, well played. My heart goes out to NeO. There's a world out there where NeO wins the series 2-0 if he had hit that timing with his armory in game 2, but that is not this world. Ay. GG, well played. Blord, he still got it. He still got that muted control, and he is able to take the series, and he moves on in the round of 16 to face off against Master.